Coach Mike Battles, the head football coach and athletic director at B.B. Comer High School, joins us this morning. Coach, good morning to you, sir.
Well, good morning. It's tough getting here this morning. I had fog. I had to
fog all the way in, huh?
That's right.
Last week, south side of Selma, just a combination of youth, injuries, and a very talented south side of Selma football team.
Well, they did. We knew going in they had two good receivers, and both the wideouts, and they used them. They used them like you should. They
Pretty good first half.
Well, it was, but we gave them a big play right off the bat, start the ball game, got them down close to the goal line. They scored. Then we played catch up for about a quarter and a half, and then they scored a couple of times. Got a quick one right before halftime. And then when we came back after halftime, they came out and busted the doors wide open. It was up until then we had some movement. We could have scored early on and didn't, and so until we got to muster up some points.
Are you a believer in certain stage of the game are more important than others?
Well, I just think we need to go out there. We've been lucky we've been able to get the ball first and that kind of stuff. We're just not getting any movement, not getting the ball in the end zone. We're not making, we don't control the chains. If we can make first downs and keep their offense off the field a little bit, then we'd have a better opportunity. But we don't make first downs. We get receivers open. We don't either pass blocking breaks down, or we don't get the ball to them. That kind of stuff right there. I mean, it's just a combination of things. And the first 5 minutes of that second half, you need to go out there and play. Most people, if you can get out there and get back control of the ball game, get yourself loosened up. But we haven't been able to do that.
Yeah. Injuries, lack of experience, youth, all play in to a football team's program. And B.B. Comer's had all of that this season.
Well, we've had some injuries and all, and but I hate to use it. Everybody faces that same thing. Well, we're getting a season and all. It just seems like that right now we've got key people that are hurt. We've lost 4 or 5 good football players and we don't get small injuries. We don't get week long. We get season ending. And but the kids that we put out there, the ones that I worry about, they get out there and go to work, and we're just not. Sometimes you just don't have enough fingers to plug all the holes in the dike.
Even though the first half of the season has been challenging and the Tigers winless on the season, you still have an opportunity in the second half of the year.
Well, like I said, we could go if we could finish it, run the next 3 ball games. Then you're in.
And they're winnable games.
Well, they're winnable, and we could be in the playoffs, and so could Coosa or anybody right now. Our area is not decided, but the bad thing about it, your reward waiting at the end is you get to go play somebody's number 1 at their place, and they're going to be real excited about seeing that too. So, but it's a win, two-edged sword. If we can get there, we want to get there. If we deserve it or not, you have an opportunity. I know a team that was 0-5 one year, and then went on to win the state, went 9-0.
Wow.
And won the state.
What a dream. The Central Coosa County, basically in the same position B.B. Comer's in.
Exactly. I mean, the number of points given up, the number of points scored, the people, their opponents, they still got some of the people that we've already played Montgomery Academy but we've done about the same against each one of them. And it's just 2 struggling teams. We're both suffering from numbers, injuries, that kind of stuff right there, but they do have some good athletes. They've got some people we got to take care of.
On the road in Hanover tomorrow night, what have you seen on tape that concern you about Central?
Well, when they can't control the line of scrimmage. They come off, their offensive line comes off, and they block, and they've got their quarterback can run the football and all. And what we've got to do is we cannot give up big plays. We can't let them get past that second level and break it open and then be gone. We have to get them down. We have to make tackles, and we're not, we're doing a lot of arm tackling and not putting their help. We're not putting them on the ground.
A couple of guys that continue to excel for B.B. Comer from maybe from spring training all the way through fall camp, and it's been a pleasure to coach and work hard every day.
Well, Jason McMillan, Friday night for the last part of the ball game, he ran extremely hard. I think. Justin Holmes is doing a good job, with the tools that he's got. He's fighting every Friday night. On the offensive line, all of our offensive linemen are new. I mean, they're getting out there. They're struggling, but they're fighting the whole ball game. So it's been one of those years. Tamar King back there at safety last week, he should have had 2 or 3 interceptions, picks and all, and he was there, made one, but didn't get the other one. So we're just struck. It's a big thing. We're spread out. People are spreading us out, thinning us out, and then running right at us. And then once they get to that third level, we just don't have anybody to catch them.
The second half of the season, which is underway now, bodes more favorable as far as opponents are concerned. You got some teams in that first half of the season that were, top of the line statewide.
Well, they still are. They're all doing well, and some of the people that we're playing, that's the reason our season is. But we still we've got 3 area games in a row. If we were to go out there and play well and win those ball games, then we could get into the playoffs. I don't know that would be a blessing, but it'd be fun anyway. And then, again, our game plans hadn't changed. We're just not getting the job done. I mean,
you keep up with former schools, former players from past schools that you coached at. You're able to do that?
Oh, yeah. I talk to a lot of them on phones. We talk to each other. And of course, my son being in coaching, he knows every one of them. He knows everybody in the state. So, I talk to those guys. I talk to a lot of people that coach with me that are still in the towns where we coach together at, because I've been in 3 states and a bunch of high schools. Mm-hmm. And so, I get a pretty good update on everything that's going on from the coast of Mississippi all the way to South Georgia.
Now, you got a special event tonight.
Well, sure do. Eric Mims played for me at Webber High School. He's going to be inducted into the JSU Football Hall of Fame. And, I'll tell you this right now, if when people are talking about Webber, Jacksonville State, and they're talking about a contact football player, his name is at the top of the list. He could knock you out. He was one. He probably couldn't play now because of the targeting rule, because he could put you on the ground. But I love old Eric. He did great in football, and he's gone on to have a great life. And I'm gonna get to see him tonight. I won't get to be at his induction. I'll be coaching, but he's going into the Hall of Fame Friday night.
It's got to make you feel good to be a part and still have connection with the players and coaches that you partnered with down through the years.
Well, that's I think football. To me, football's the greatest thing going for us. And I get to keep up with these guys. I've been fortunate, and a lot of the guys that played for me, a lot of them are coached. Some of them have coached with me and have gone on and got into coaching, and other coaches and boys that played there. And so how could it get any better? I mean, guys, you get to see them, get to hear about them, get to watch them. Sometimes even get to play against them. Sometimes.
Now, finally, B.B. Comer's homecoming was last week. And they've had a lot of great athletes down through the years. Do you ever get to touch base with any of them?
Every now and then, but most of those guys, I don't see a lot. Of course, I didn't know a lot of them. When I left Sylacauga back in, I was gone for like 45 years.
You're that old? Wow.
Well, I was young. I was like 1. But they, and a lot of these guys played for Coach Overton, and that back in, when B.B. Comer was U.S. Prime, and they. I don't get to see them as often, or I don't, of course, I don't know them that well.
Right.
And so I'm sure they come back and see Coach Overton and the coaches that were here when he was playing.
All right, Central Coosa County, the opponent for B.B. Comer tomorrow night, kick at 7 o'clock. Coach Mike Battle, thanks for being with us this morning.
Hey, look, I appreciate it.
More Daybreak right after this.